It is the first night, Saturday night of a new season. 4 more games on Hockey Night, including the 117th Battle of Ontario, a battle that features the Andersons up against each other again. And they beat that forechecking pressure, got the puck to center, and Zach Hyman tipped it in. Mitch Marner into Hyman. Tavares is in the slot. The puck goes to the blue line. Riley shot knocked down. Hyman gets it, slaps one at the net, and it just dribbled wide after the save by Anderson. Another shot and a big save there by Craig Anderson on Mitch Marner.
We've already seen Borowiecki fall down in front of him. There's the deflection going to his right, trying to get back, and instead of worrying about getting up, Jim, he just looked across and made sure he was able to get the glove up, as Marner can't believe he didn't put it up and in.
Duchesne won the draw, but the Leafs won the loss, and they keep the puck in front. Oh, Marleau just missed. Perhaps in too deep as he tried to go low blocker side on Craig Anderson.
One little pass by White goes just a little too far. Nice pass in tight, and look at the aggressive play by Anderson with the poke check.
Already a little more pressure than the Leafs were able to get on the Canadians early on Wednesday night. Colin White to center. Ryan Dzingel cuts in again. Backhander, and he missed the net. Put it off the side, and maybe Anderson got a little piece of that. Centering pass, and there's a shot, a goal. Dylan DeMello gets his first goal as an Ottawa Senator after moving over from the San Jose Sharks. Just a slider along the ice, 1-0 Ottawa.
As the puck comes across, Anderson's moving to his left, and just for a split second lost sight of the puck. Quick little release, didn't hit anybody, but you could see the stick off the ice, the reaction by Anderson, just that hesitation, and for a split second lost sight of where that puck was, and he lets the second shot of the night get between the 5-hole.
First goal in 88 games for Dylan DeMello. Tierney came over with DeMello in the Erik Karlsson deal. Tierney centering pass intended for Bobby Ryan. He's slapping at the puck, and it's loose there. And Frederik Andersen hangs on. Dzingel and Duchesne cut across the blue line. Intercepted pass by Kapanen, and in comes Lindholm with a shot. Par Lindholm is stopped by Craig Anderson, and he's stopped everything so far. And Matt Duchesne. Hyman. Way ahead of him is Marner. Takes the pass off the boards. Marner shoots, and he just missed the net, and he's drawn a penalty.
He was in all alone coming in from the side. I think Marner was even surprised. The fans all of a sudden just realizing it now. But what speed to the outside created that play and forces now a penalty shot.
Trailing 1-0. Here's Mitch Marner against Craig Anderson on a penalty shot.
Here he's trying to outweight Craig Anderson, and look at the patience of Anderson. It was like he was giving him that blocker side.
Cody Ceci tried to break up a play. Hyman gets the puck. Marner's in front of the net. Tavares at the side of it, tipped that. Marner stops up, spins away from Bodker, spins back the other way. Great goal by Morgan Riley from Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner with great work on his edges, and he set up Morgan Riley. It's a 1-1 tie.
A little saucer pass just past the outstretched stick of Stone, and what a play by Riley to get that one to the side of the net so quickly. Anderson couldn't get there in time.
Jake Gardiner with a shot. Marleau turns and fires, and both were blocked. Tyler Ennis. Little back pass, got to Marleau because White doesn't have a stick. Matthews with a shot, he scores! 41 seconds after the goal by Riley, Austin Matthews makes it 2-1 Toronto.
And that's how you try to write it up.
Zach Smith to center, Bodker moves in on Gardiner, stops up, Smith went to the net, Stone went to the net, off the bench, Chabot. Great move, he shoots, a stop, rebound, score! Thomas Chabot ties the game 2-2 with a terrific goal.
Zach Smith was in position in front, as was Stone. Any contact there? No, he's outside the blue. I think that one's going to be okay. Anderson able to move across laterally for the first save. He's out aggressively, and then on the rebound, not a chance, and no call of goaltender interference.
With the puck to center, it's turned over. Back in comes Connor Brown. Trying to drive wide, too many Senators there. Dzingel got a stick on him. In comes Chris Tierney with a shot, he scores! A Toronto turnover, and it comes back into their net, and what an outburst of scoring here in the second. 3-2 Senators.
And they're right through the 5-hole. That's twice now. Anderson been beat with his stick not flat, covering the 5-hole.
Tyler Ennis overskated the puck. White double teamed. Ennis got it back. Marleau in front. Great save by Anderson. That was a beauty on Marleau that keeps Ottawa in front by a goal. And back the other way, Duchesne at the end of a shift in his own end dumps the puck in. Morgan Rielly with a drop back. Just about put it onto the stick of Zach Smith. Here's Marner. Splits the D. Waits. Takes. Scores! That was all Marner, and it was terrific. It's a 3-3 tie.
And just like that, the fake shot gets Anderson to bite, pulls it around him, and slides it underneath the glove to tie the game up.
Chabot to center. Great backhand pass by Tierney. Duchesne shoots. Looking behind him is Anderson, and the puck squirted loose, but after the whistle went. Not quite as tidy as he was on Wednesday night.
I always wonder if he likes having more shots. 36 shots the other night. He looked really solid, and here he's been watching a good chunk of it.
6 in the first period, 10 here. There's an attempt by Austin Matthews at the side of the net to beat Craig Anderson. Kadri just onside with Levo. Changed his position and then took the shot, and Anderson made a nice save. Bobby Ryan to center. Oh, great move. Thomas Chabot scores! Wow, another one from Thomas Chabot. And the Ottawa Senators are ahead again, 4-3, his second of the night.
Outside, inside, through the legs. And then how about this composure in tight? There's what Kelly was talking about with the goaltenders. Another one underneath the arm of Anderson, going through those small pads.
Zach Smith tipped the puck. It got away from him. Tavares to center. Here's Mitch Marner, 2-on-1. He's got Tavares up the middle. Marner hangs on, drags it. A weak shot. Might have been intended to be a pass, but it went off a stick, and they got nothing out of it.
I thought for a second he left his feet too quickly, but he was able to get that stick at the last second. He did a nice job of, when he did go down, looked like he was going to slide. Watch the little second effort here, getting up and keeping that stick in the way at the last second with a lunge, and that took away a chance.
Back in for Ennis, broken up. Weidman broke up the play, and the puck comes to center. Dzingel. Borowiecki takes a shot, and that didn't look like a very confident save again, but bobbled and then held onto by Anderson. He'll reverse along the boards. Colin White can't come up with a puck. Lindholm's out of the penalty box. It's 5-on-5, and Lindholm's out at center. Connor Brown up the middle. Here's Par Lindholm. A tip by Brown right on, and Anderson made a nice save. Hyman, Tavares, Marner's in front. Tavares up the boards. Ozhiganov with a wrist shot. That got through, and Anderson made the save, and the puck is chipped out to center. Marner trying to get it back after he gave it up. Ryan Dzingel, a sharp angled shot. A rebound, banging away with Stone in front, and he couldn't put it in. Thomas Chabot, side of the net. Bodker tried to feed the puck in front. I think Ozhiganov made that save. Back on again. Dermott fires a shot into traffic. That was knocked down, and Stone gets a chance to skate to center. Takes the shot at the open net and scores! With 25 seconds to go, Mark Stone makes it 5-3 Ottawa. The Ottawa Senators, led by Thomas Chabot and Craig Anderson, have defeated the Toronto Maple Leafs 5-3.